good to see you today. Yay! My name is Whitney Nicely, and I help women buy investment houses without banks or license. And on Tuesdays, here in the group, we answer your questions. We, Abby the Labby, and I guess I don't have a mouse in my pocket, but I am in the right spot, so that's good. So on Mondays, around noonish Eastern time, I put up a post that says, what kind of questions do you have? And I give everybody about 24 hours to drop all of their real estate investing questions on that post. And then on Tuesday, at some point, I pop back in the group, go live, and answer your questions. So that is the plan. That's what's going on today. I have shut down the question thread, so I will be answering all the questions that were put up yesterday on that thread. But don't worry, if you forgot to put your question up or you didn't make it in time or whatever happened, there'll be another chance next week. Okay? So every week for the rest of the year, on Mondays, I'm going to say, what's your question? And on Tuesdays, I'm going to answer it. I think there's 2 or 3 weeks that we're not going to do Q&A. One of those weeks will be in September when I'm with the Mastermind Girls in Seattle for Vacation Rental Riches. Another week is the first week of November, because I hope all of y'all will be heading to Knoxville for She Buys It Live. Yay! All of those details are on shebuysitlive.com. And we had one lady grab her seat today, so that's super exciting. We have 99 seats left, and they'll go quick. So shebuysitlive.com if you need any information. I think I may just drop that over here in the comments too before we get your seat at shebuysitlive.com. Lovely. Okay, so that'll be there. And so we won't do Q&A that week, because on Tuesday of that week, I'll be running around Knoxville like a chicken with my head cut off, expecting 118 of y'all to join me on Wednesday of that week. So I'm going to call a timeout on the Q&A that week. And then I won't be in here Thanksgiving week or Christmas week or maybe New Year's week. So maybe there's 3 or 4 weeks that we're not going to do Q&A. But I promise I have a very good excuse for not being here those weeks. Otherwise, I'm here. Yay! So that's going to be the plan. That's going to be the rhythm of how we do things around here. Also, there are some free trainings that come out every Monday evening. It's on how to buy houses, how to buy apartments, how to buy money, and it just depends on which week. The free trainings change every week. So be on the lookout for those every Monday evening if you want to check that out, and how you can get your first deal done fast. Yay! All right, so let's hop to it. Let's answer these questions. And if I butcher your name during this, I am terribly sorry. If you have a confusing name to pronounce when you drop your question, if you would give me a way to sound it out, that I would really appreciate that, because I hate calling people by the wrong name or pronouncing it wrong. One of the girls on my team, her name is Kayla, but she spells it with an I at the end, so it looks like Kaylee or Kaylay. Kaylay, that's my East Tennessee accent. But it's Kayla, silent I. So if you've got some name like that, let me know. All right, Diana. She asked, do you invest outside of your area, like out of state? She says, our area is ridiculously expensive, so I've been looking at other areas, just not sure how to go about how to manage. All right, so to answer your question, I do all of my investing in Tennessee, specifically in East Tennessee. And what I want you to do is I want you to find a honey hole. And that's where we go to make the money, honey. That's a spot probably close to you where you can find some deals. All right. And it doesn't matter how hot the market is. People are closing real estate investing deals every single day in this country. All right. The girls in First Deal Done Fast are closing creative financing deals every week. The men in First Deal Done Fast are also getting deals done every single month and making money. So the first thing is you need to get a honey hole. And in First Deal Done Fast, and when you get a ticket to live, you get last year's recordings. Last year, I did a whole hour session on how to find your honey hole, because there is some strategy and there is some planning to be able to find a honey hole. Most of the time, if your market is super duper hot, you want to go to the outskirts of the market to find your honey hole. But I'm working with one of the mastermind girls, and she's already like in the outskirts. And what's happening is people are starting to come to her. So she's having to push even further out, but she works the other direction. So we're having to find a honey hole that's going to be somewhere drivable and somewhere that she is able to actually drive by and look at places. So if your market is hot, that's cool. This market right here is hot too. Where I'm sitting, it's a hot market. And every week, mom and dad and I are discussing some deal. And we're making offers on some property every single week. You got to realize that it's really about the numbers. If you're making 10 or 15 offers every single week, one of them is probably going to land at least once a month. And all you really need is one deal a month, right? Because that could be an extra $10,000 that month. Then next month you get another deal and there's another extra $10,000. Sometimes some months are slow and you get no deals. And then other months are hot and you get 4 or 5 deals. Okay, but it all balances out over 12 months where I want you to do 10 or 12 deals. And if those all equal about $10,000, then it was totally worth you doing one deal a month. Because that's like an extra 100, 120,000. Just part-time, just on the weekends, just after work, just in between ball practices and all the other things you got going on, okay? When I created First Deal Done Fast, yay, it was specifically made for women because y'all got 18,000 other different things to do. I needed to be able to explain real estate investing to you in a way that you could pick it up really fast and you could understand it and you could start making offers really fast, because y'all don't have time to be fluffing around and staying confused and not getting anything done. Y'all need to be creating some money right now. All right. So First Deal Done Fast, because I want you to get out there and get those deals fast. All right. I want you to get some fast wins. I want you to make some fast money. And the alliteration just sounded really good too. Oh, Shelly says my makeup looks pretty. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate that. Yay. I didn't take a shower today. I mean, I took a shower, but I didn't wash my hair. This is 3-day-old hair. So my makeup looks good. It's fresh, but my hair is all sorts of not cooperating. I'm on videos a lot today, though, and nobody can smell me, so it's okay. But no, I don't invest outside of my state. When I was staying in Georgia a lot over the last couple of years, I bought 3 houses there because I was there. But I fully believe that there's areas in your market within an hour drive of everybody where you could get some deals done. I don't think you have to go outside of your market to get deals done. From this house I'm sitting in, if I get out on that 4-lane highway and drive for 45 minutes, I will pass all of my houses. But I'm already out in the country, so I just drive further out into the country. Yay, you're welcome. And as far as managing outside of the state, it depends on how much you're making. If you've got, apartments that are outside the state, it's totally worth a property management company managing those. If you've got a beach house that's bringing in $10,000 or $20,000 a month, you could budget somebody else managing that. But if you just have one regular rental and you're only making $200 a month on it, there's probably not any room in the cash flow to pay anybody else. So I want you to make your money. I want you to keep as much as your money as you can. You already got to pay, mortgages and taxes and insurance and personal taxes and for uh-ohs and all these other things. I want you to keep as much of it as you can. And honestly, I've got 13 houses. I'm looking at them all right there. I got a list of them up on my wall. I manage all of those myself. I've got 16 apartment units that you would have to pay me a lot of money to manage. So I have a property management company that does it for less than what I would charge. I have a triplex that I manage. So it just depends on what you're willing to do for that money. And Abby, you okay? She's making weird noises. As far as managing, the secret sauce to managing properties and either getting somebody else to manage them for you or setting it up so that you can manage 13 houses yourself and not go crazy, it's all in how you train your tenants. And that sounds kind of bad, but if you train them that every time they text you, you reply in 5 minutes, then they're going to always expect you to reply in 5 minutes. If you train them to hunt you down because you don't answer your phone and they got to go make their payments at the bank, or you automatically charge 10% if it's not there by the 5th, then they will learn to get their payments in by the 5th and to leave you alone, and that you're not taking any excuses. So it's all about training your tenants. And we talk a lot about training tenants in modules 7 and 8 in First Sold and Fast. The first 5 modules are all about sellers. The next 3 modules are about tenants, tenant buyers. And the last bonus module is on actually closing and assignments and all those things. It's all good stuff. And there's a whole bonus session on finding a honey hole. So all good stuff. Diana, I hope that helps. She says, thanks for addressing my question. Yay, absolutely. All right, Amber says, what's the best way to find houses to purchase before they go on the MLS? Amber, there's about 15 main ways to find houses before they go on the MLS. You can go driving for dollars. You can send yellow letters. You can post on Craigslist. You can post on Facebook. You can post on Instagram. You can wear a button that says I buy houses. You can go to real estate investor meetings. You can go to PTA meetings. You can put a little disclaimer thing on your email that says I buy houses. You can, let's see, what's the 10th way to do it? You can tell everybody at your church, because those are some of the most gossipy, nosy people that you'll ever come across. And I am a very proud member of New Hope Baptist Church, so I am not talking down about the congregation. I'm just saying those people need something to talk to each other about. So if you start telling them that you buy houses, if you wear your shirt on Wednesdays when I go to church, well, on Wednesdays we wear pink. You know that, right? Mean Girls. So my company is pink. So on Wednesdays, I usually end up wearing a pink Whitney Buys Houses shirt. So I wear my Whitney Buys Houses shirt to church, and then I don't have to tell everybody what I do or how I do it. They just start talking about me. All right. People are going to talk about you. You might as well tell them what to say. For the last 5 or 6 years, I've been super mouthy on Facebook saying, hey, I buy houses, I'm flipping houses. And I've been, I tell everybody what I got going on and this and that and the other, and what kind of houses I like, which kind of houses I don't. And some people don't want to be as mouthy and as open and as brutal as I am about real estate investing and putting it out there on Facebook. They don't really want anybody to know they want to be a real estate investor. And I get that. It's a hard thing to do, but I've got a 7-day lead challenge that will actually help you get out there and let people know that you do want to buy houses and you do plan on building up a retirement fund, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's included in First Sold and Fast also. But so for those 10 ways, you could spend 3 different things off of those to come up with 30 different ways to find properties before they hit the MLS. Most of the time, properties on the MLS are not actually a good investment. And the reason that real estate investors make the big bucks that they make is because they're willing to do the work to find those deals before they get on the MLS. I have 3 rules when I buy houses. I don't want houses that are behind on payments. I don't want houses that anybody is living in. And I don't want houses that any other real estate agent is involved in. I'm the broker for Whitney Buys Houses. I have a real estate license. I just don't do the regular real estate thing. I refuse to chase the clear to close to let somebody else get rich. I've been there, done that. I ain't doing it no more. All right. I took a listing. I made like $1,300, maybe $1,500. And then on my first lease option deal, my first wholesale deal, I made $15,000. It took me like 6 months to close that deal to make $1,300 or $1,500. It took me 8 weeks to make $15,000. So I was like, I ain't doing this anymore. All right. And if y'all ever see me with a house listed regularly on the MLS, either the ox is in the ditch or my mom wants it to sell really fast. Okay. I'm just not doing it. And I don't represent anybody unless it's my mom. And honestly, I don't represent her on her deals. I help her find her deals off market, and then I got to stay out of it because I can't be involved in it. Crazy real estate rules. So that's the best way to find houses before they go on the market. It's to actually get out there and get a little hurricane of activity going on so that people know you're the person to get in touch with when they want to sell. And then you got to make them 3 offers. If you're an agent, I want you making everybody 4 offers. Okay. I want you to make a low cash offer, just like any investor, just like any wholesaler would make. I want you to make a 5-year lease option offer, maybe a 10-year owner financing offer. And then especially if you're an agent, I want you to make that 4th offer that says, or you can list it with me. I used to make those 4th offers where I would list it for people. And I guess it was just the vibe I was putting out because nobody wanted me to list it with them. They just wanted me to take care of their problems and take it on and get it over with and not list it. So even though I was making 4 offers, nobody ever wanted me to list it. I'd sell them on one of the first 3 offers before I even got to the 4th. And they were like, no, we don't want to do all that. Okay, good. Because I didn't want to do it either. And I was going to refer it over to Kendra or somebody. So that's the plan there. Stone says, where do you find for sale by owner homes? Oh, this is one of the strategies that I did not mention when I was answering Amber. Stone, when you're looking for sale by owner houses, you can drive and look for sale by owner signs. Zillow also has a classification where you can find for sale by owner houses on Zillow. You can look on Craigslist. You can check the newspaper. That old thing, guess who uses that old thing? Old people. Okay. And that's where they're advertising their houses for sale by owner. So go get you a Sunday newspaper. Okay. Also, by letting everybody know that you buy houses without banks or a license, and people will send you messages and say, hey, come buy mine. And you'll say, great. Whitney, help. Okay. There's lots of ways to find for sale by owners. The most used strategy, I think, in First Sale Done Fast is yellow letters. And we're constantly tweaking those and testing those and putting those out and seeing what's working. But we're using a lot of yellow letters. Yellow letters work. Once you find your honey hole and once you make it look like a real person, yellow letters work. Shelly says, I'm looking at out-of-state properties to turn into an Airbnb. What was something totally unexpected you've encountered in this process, and how did you handle it? Shelly, I have one house on Airbnb, and it was the second house that I ever bought. It took me 18 months to flip this house. It was a disaster. And then I found a tenant buyer that wanted to move into it, and they paid $10,000, and they paid me $1,000 a month for like 3 years until the FBI raided them and got all of their drugs and cash and left me with a busted, broke house. So I had a pretty sweet situation, and then it was all over the news, and then nobody wanted that house, and then I was kind of stuck with it. So I tried to lease option it all last summer. I couldn't ever get anybody to bite, but I decided last September when we did Vacation Rental Riches, that I would just furnish it, and I'd put some furniture in it, and I'd put it on Airbnb, and it has been amazing. Amazing. Because no, I didn't get that $10,000 to move in, but I was getting $1,000 a month, which was $12,000 a year, right? The first month I had that house up on Airbnb, it made $3,000, over $3,000. Not quite $3,500, but it definitely made over $3,000. And on average, we've made about $2,500 to $3,000 a month. So now we're sitting here in June, and I've already made over $12,000 on that property, and I still have 6 months left in the year to go. So I am loving my Airbnb house. It's a 4-bedroom house. It's got 2 bathrooms. It's got a washer and dryer in the hallway. We redid the kitchen, and like in 2014, we redid the kitchen, redid the bathrooms. I mean, it's good to go. And it cost me about $16,000 because I just went to a clearance store in Knoxville Wholesale Furniture, and I bought furniture in one day and just stuck it in the house. And I spent about $1,800 at Sam's buying, towels and sheets and pots and pans and plates and all those things. So, and then I spent some more money at Bed Bath & Beyond. Like, I went on a shopping spree in November, and I spent probably $20,000 getting the place ready to go. So I don't quite have all my money back out of my furniture yet, but I'm really getting close to it. Definitely by November, I'll have all the furniture, all the stuff paid, and then I'll be rocking and rolling. One thing that I didn't expect, but I absolutely adored, was in January, somebody rented the house for a month, most of January and half of February, and then extended for another week because they were in Tennessee during the winter looking for a house to buy. They're from Florida, and they had a big family, and they wanted a place to stay that they could all stay together. And the kicker is, on my Airbnb house, I welcome dogs. All dogs, any shape, any size, any breed, any weight, anything. I don't care if you got 6 of the little fellers. I love dogs. Abby the Labby loves dogs. Y'all want to see what she's doing right now? She's asleep, pretty much under the table. She says, "Mom, turn the lights out. It's bright in here." So that family was with me for like 6 weeks this winter, and I was planning on being like dead this winter. And those people paid me like $3,500 to stay at my house for 6 weeks, just themselves. I loved them, and I loved having people there for a long time. So I'm in the process now of, instead of having people stay for 3 or 4 days, I am working on a week, 7 nights minimum. And then I'm going to push it to 10 nights minimum, because over Memorial Day through this week, so for like 2 weeks, I had a contractor company, an energy company, that rented the house for 2 weeks straight. They've just got guys here in Knoxville doing a job. They just need to put them up somewhere. And honestly, my 4-bedroom, 2-bath house is cheaper than putting them in a hotel. I charge $127 a night flat. I don't change it for nights and for weekends or holidays. I just want it rented. Okay. So I'm in the process of taking it from, because my house is very sturdy, but it's not like a vacation rental house. There's not a pool. There's not a view. There's nothing but lots of parking, and I'm open to dogs. And it sets me apart. And I want people that are going to be here for a long term. So I'm working on ways I can strategize having the calendar open and available to attract people who are booking last minute and want long term and need a pretty good, decent sized house. They're not looking for anything big and huge and elaborate, because my house is not big and huge and elaborate, but it's solid. and it's close to the interstate. It's a little too close to the interstate, honestly, but it's in a quiet neighborhood. There's like 4 other houses up there. It's a dead end street, and it just works. All right. It's easy to get in and out of there. I passed those people on Saturday coming home, and they were pulling a trailer behind a pickup truck. And there's probably another pickup truck and trailer up there. I haven't even been over there to see it. I got another lady that pretty much manages it for me. I just collect the money from Airbnb. So I am right now working with some traveling nurse companies to find people that are going to be traveling and nursing, and they need a place to hang with their dogs that's going to be safe and comfortable. That's what I specialize in. I'm also working with insurance companies on some relief housing. So say a pipe bust in your upstairs while you were on vacation, and you came home and your house was flooded, and it was going to take 6 months for the insurance company to get it fixed, and you got 2 or 3 kids. Well, you probably don't want to be stuck in a hotel room for 6 months with those kids. You need a house. And you don't need a house in the right school district. You just need a nice, solid, safe house that you can bring your dogs to. Hi! I have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house that is perfect for you, and I would love to have you because the insurance company is going to pay for those 6 months in advance. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, please. So I'm working on long-term but short term. All right. So lots of people are coming through Knoxville and they need a place for a month or two, either until they find a place or just so they can get this job done and get on with life. I want to be the go-to person to help them with that kind of thing. And you are near military bases. I think that's perfect. I think that's absolutely perfect. Great location to get started in and get some vacation rentals. And we call them vacation rentals. I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee, y'all. Nobody's like vacationing here except the Bassmaster Classic, like a fishing tournament or something. It was here in Knoxville, and I had somebody's grandparents book the house so that the whole family could stay together and come and support, and they all took their vacation and stayed in my house to watch him fish. It sounds like worse than watching paint dry to me, but whatever. All right. So my house is not like a vacation house, but I've had other people coming in for theater competitions, cheerleading competitions, and they used it because they just wanted a nice, safe, clean place to plop down with them and their doggies. My house doesn't have a pool. It is not fancy. It's just priced right, open to dogs, and ready. So I say rock and roll. And I want you to remember, Gatlinburg is like a vacation destination. Sherry is in First Field Fast, and she's got a couple vacation rentals in Gatlinburg. She makes like $50,000 a month from her vacation rentals. That's like 45 minutes away from where I am, and I would be lucky to get $4,000 a month. If it was the same house, if my house was in Gatlinburg, I could probably get maybe $10,000 from it, but it's not. It's in Knoxville, and it's not on the water. It doesn't have a view. It doesn't have a pool. I'm not putting one in. It's just a regular house for people to come and stay. So it doesn't have to be absolutely like amazing. People will rent it. Awesome. Okay. Kelly says, I'm finding it hard to find good deals in and around Nashville. I'm thinking about branching out. Are out-of-state fix and flips a good idea? I say no. Fixing and flipping is a full-time job. April Crosley will tell you that it is a freaking full-time job. Heather told us this morning that she's working with a fix and flipper, and he goes by his fix and flips every single day at 4:15 to see what progress has been made. So if you're thinking about fixing and flipping outside of your area, outside of your market, that is going to be a miserable experience. I also want to tell you that if you're going to fix and flip, definitely start close by, because if you need a plumber, it's going to be a lot easier for you to post on Facebook and say, hey, y'all, who do you know that's good at plumbing that will go check on my house? And your Facebook friends in your area will be able to tell you a lot of places. If I'm trying to flip in Atlanta and I'm in Knoxville, I'm going to have to say, hey, is anybody in Atlanta that knows a good plumber? No, it's the same thing. If you're trying to fix and flip a house, you could probably go to church and say, hey, y'all, I need a plumber. Anybody know one? And there might be a plumber at church. If not, somebody's brother is definitely a plumber. All right. Your contacts are just going to be so much easier to get to when the fix and flip is close by. It's going to be so much easier for you to go by and check on it when it's close by. It's going to be easier for you to sell it when it's close by because you're going to have more contacts. You're going to be able to show it easier. Even if you get an agent to do all that for you, it's still going to be easier for you to find somebody that's close by. Fixing and flipping is a full-time job, and we cover it from head to toe in Private Money Profits. We talk about how to borrow the money to buy the house, how to borrow the money to fund the fix and flip, and how to actually strategize and systemize the actual flipping and fixing and flipping, because that's a job. Have I said that's a job yet? Because fixing and flipping houses is a job. It's not like it is on TV. Okay, it's a job, and it takes some serious brass ovaries to do it. April Crosley calls it a cupcake flip. I call it putting lipstick on a pig. But either way, before you decide you're going to go in and gut a house, I want you to do some like cosmetic fixing and flipping, where maybe you replace the floors, maybe you replace the appliances, maybe you paint the whole house, maybe you redo a bathroom, maybe you redo the kitchen counters, but you do like one thing for $3,000 or $5,000 before you start tackling a $50,000 to $100,000 rehab project. That terrifies me. It actually keeps me up at night to think about people who are brand new getting in and having no clue and just getting lost, because it's a marathon. Fixing and flipping houses is a marathon. And I've done probably 10 or 12 fix and flips. I've done some complete guts. I've done some cupcake flips. I've done some lipstick on a pig flips. And I'm telling you what, I would much rather do lipstick on a pig or a cupcake flip. Gutting the whole house and tearing it all out, it takes twice as long as you expect it to. And it usually costs more money because time is money. I try not to flip houses, but every once in a while, I do flip houses, but it takes a while to build that up. All right. It takes a while to build up that team. It takes a while to build up that knowledge. It takes a while to build up that experience and to toughen up your skin, because fixing and flipping houses, you're going to run into some crazy things that you did not expect. Kendra just hopped on, and in February, I went and saw one of her houses that she's fixing and flipping, and she had the whole thing planned out and showed me everything. I could see it totally. And then yesterday on her Facebook story, I was watching, and she changed everything and did a complete gut job and moved all the walls around and did a great job on that fix and flip. But it is a job, and her husband does that job full time. So fixing and flipping out of state, I do not recommend that. Not at all. Not at all. I tried to buy a beach house a couple years ago, but I was going to need to fix it and flip it. And my mom was like, really? You're going to fix and flip it from Tennessee? And I was like, no, I'll just move down here and find all the people that I need. And she was like, really? You're going to do that and all your other stuff in Tennessee? And I was like, probably not. It also takes a lot of money to do a fix and flip. And in Private Money Profits, we talk about how to get that money and how to make sure that everybody is actually making money. Because when you're remodeling, when you're rehabbing, when you're fixing and flipping, one and whether it was an that you just didn't find when you did the inspection, or whether it was an that your team did, or whether it was an that you did when you did the math, that could change your whole perspective in the flip, and you might actually end up losing money. One of my friends, Victor Jernigan, told me that he did a fix and flip last year and lost $40,000 because of one And this man has flipped probably over 100 houses. He's been doing real estate since the 70s. I don't know, 75, 76, 77. I don't know. Maybe that's totally wrong. But he's been doing real estate for like a really flipping long time. And last year he did a fix and flip on a house, made one and lost $40,000. Fixing and flipping for newbies terrifies me. I grew up watching my parents fix and flip houses. I had a little bit of experience. My very first fix and flip was on a house that my parents owned, but I was going to be moving into. I learned a ton over there, and I pulled out the carpet. I painted the walls, and then we tore the walls down that I painted. I was over there helping them do anything and everything. I was running the errands, all right? If you're going to get into fixing and flipping, please, for the love of everything and my sanity, go watch somebody else. Be there for 8 hours during the middle of June and sweat your boobs off. All right? And watch somebody else's money go flying out the window before you start tackling it yourself. If you're dead set on fixing and flipping, if you're dead set on borrowing other people's money and figuring out and putting a system to it, putting a rhythm to it, or if you just want to let other people borrow your money and have your money safe and tied to the real estate and let them bring the money to fix and flip it and put it on their shoulders, join Private Money Profits. April Crosley has done 100 fix and flips. She is an expert at systematizing it. She hates Lowe's. She hates Home Depot. And when I do fix and flip, I just go to Lowe's and Home Depot and just buy up everything. All right. But April's got it in a better, different plan than I do. All my houses end up looking the same, which is fine because that's kind of how you have to do it if you're going to actually make money. You got to get it in a system and in a rhythm so that all your people know what to do and what things are going to look like. And the people that you're selling the house to, they're going to love it because it's just cleaner than it was. All right. Private Money Profits is all about fixing and flipping. It's all about funding your deals because a lot of people don't have $100,000 to buy the house and then $100,000 to flip it, or $200,000 to buy it and $50,000 to flip it to make $50,000. All right. So we talk all about fixing and flipping and funding in Private Money Profits. All right. And April Crosley partnered with me to do that. And she is amazing. All the Private Money Profits girls will tell you that that is a rock solid course. It's like 3 courses in one. If you're interested in Private Money Profits, go to privatemoneyprofits.com. I'll put that in the comments here. privatemoneyprofits.com. And I'll have a free training week after next on Private Money Profits if anybody's interested, if you want to check it out then. But you can go ahead and hop on into Private Money Profits and get the training too. Kendra says she loves full remodels, but you can't beat those cupcake flips. You can't, because you're in and out and done. It's super fun and easy and fast, and it makes a lot of times just as much money as a full remodel. When everything gets down to the wire, a lot of times cupcakes or lipstick on a pig flips make just as much money as anything else. Diana says, we just remodeled our own house and it was a nightmare. Exactly. Yeah, I cannot imagine living in all that sawdust and all that sheetrock dust and all those people in and out and all the, no, I cannot, no. I'd have to rent somebody's Airbnb for the month if I was going to remodel my own house. Oh, good stuff. Okay. Ashley says, how do you find houses with the market being so hot? Okay, awesome. So I think I kind of answered that question 2 or 3 times earlier. How do you find houses with the market being so hot? We've got real strategies. I've got probably 15 different real strategies in First Deal Done Fast as to how to find houses and how to negotiate, how to make offers, how to get your deals done fast. We cover all of that in First Deal Done Fast. But what I want you to do is try out all of those 10 or 15 different ways, the ways that I listed earlier on this video, and then find 3 that you're really comfortable with. Find 3 that really get you going. Find 3 that you really actually enjoy. And don't forget, this is all work. I'm not going to deny that. It's all work. It's just work that makes you a lot of money. You can work 40 hours a week at your job. You can work 40 hours a week listing houses, but you probably won't make as much money as 40 hours a week in real estate investing will make you, especially over time. Especially over time. It is work. But how do you find houses with the market being so hot? You can look on Craigslist, you can look in the newspaper, you can look on Zillow, you can look on Facebook groups. Go into Facebook groups around you and say, hey, trying to buy houses. Who's got something they want to get rid of? Let all your friends and family know that you're looking for houses. And, we're looking for houses, again, with those 3 rules. I don't want a house that's behind on payments. I don't want a house that anybody's living in. And I don't want a house that another agent has listed, because agents, when they're going through their training to get their license, they're required to learn about creative financing. I have audited real estate courses all across the country. Every real estate course that is counted as continuing education all across the country has at least 1 chapter, 1 session on creative financing, talking about lease options, talking about owner financing, talking about options, talking about assignments, talking about wholesaling. And all of those words are like bad words with regular agents, but they're required to know them. They're not required to specialize in them. So if 93% of the agents in your market are doing regular real estate and chasing the clear to close, wouldn't it make sense that you would leave that rat race to them and go focus on the 7% of the population that probably needs lease options and owner financing and just dominate it? I'm not trying to make anybody's decisions for them. But when I found out, really found out about creative financing, not just what's in the textbook about it, but really found out how it works, I'm out, y'all. I still got my license. I'm the broker for Whitney Buys Houses, but I'm not doing the regular real estate thing. I'm going to do the creative financing thing. And I don't have to do as many deals because I'm going to make 10 times as much money. Winner, less time, more money. Awesome. Okay. If you want to be a totally amazing real estate agent, then go do it. Go do it. Do your thing. Get your trophies, get your awards, get your badges, build up your resume, do your thing. I love it. But if you want to build up passive income, you want to build up financial freedom, at some point, you're going to have to quit chasing that clear to close, because that's a job. If you sleep in, if you take a vacation for 6 months, that job will disappear and your money will go away. But if you start building up passive income, you start getting rental houses, you start getting apartments, you start loaning your money out on other people's deals, then that money is going to come in whether you're on vacation, you're sleeping in, or you feel like working. All right. I have some friends that are amazing real estate agents. I have some friends that own big real estate brokers. They got 400 agents working for them. And I said that right, working for them. Okay. Because you got to split all those things with your broker. You got to pay desk fees. You got to pay all the things. And I know that if my friends go on vacation to Italy for a month, they have to make sure that somebody's going to be running that business for them, or they're going to get home and be broke. If you're not running 400 people on your real estate team and you got some other strategy, or you're your own agent out there doing all the things, if you don't work today, you're not going to have a closing in 6 weeks or 6 months. I had a really long, hard conversation with myself one day and said, if I'm going to do all this work and it's going to take me 6 weeks to 6 months to get paid anyway, how can I do all this work and then get paid that time and the next month and the next month and the next month and the next month until Jesus comes back? Oh, I could buy it because people are going to pay rent every single month. And it takes the same amount of effort to go make 3 offers and get a house under contract so I can buy it as it does to list it. And when I list it, I only get paid once. But when I keep it and I rent it, I get paid once a month. which is a good thing because I like to spend money at least once a month. Okay. Agents, as far as I know, there's not a retirement fund for y'all. I think EXP has some sort of like profit sharing or stock sharing or something that they're doing. But I will definitely say that if you start buying rental houses, that's something that you can control and you can build your own retirement that way and still be in real estate. Real estate's what you love anyway. Buy some houses, y'all. Buy some apartments. Make a bunch of money and then fund other people's fix and flips. April Crosley made $18,000 in like 3 months for writing a check because she was funding somebody else's fix and flips. 18 grand in 3 months. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's all I got for y'all today. If you want more information about First Deal Done Fast, I think you can go to firstdealdonefast.com. Let me type that in here. firstdealdonefast.com. If you are looking to buy houses without banks or license, First Deal Done Fast. Oh, I love it. Also, we are now selling tickets to She Buys It Live, full steam ahead. So you'll start seeing a lot of videos about that. She Buys It Live is all about, it's 3 days where 118 women are going to be coming to Knoxville, Tennessee in November 6th through the 9th. And we're going to be talking about how to buy houses, how to buy apartments, how to buy money, how to buy vacation rentals. We're going to be talking about some surprises. Go to shebuysitlive.com to get your ticket to that. I'll drop that link in here also, shebuysitlive.com. And yesterday I put a free training up. So if you're looking for a free training on how to get started, how to get some deals done fast, how to get into wholesaling, how to learn more about lease options and owner financing and the creative financing stuff, there's a free masterclass that I posted yesterday in the group. And if you can't find it, let me know. I'll drop the link in there again. Otherwise, I'm so excited. Shelly, thank you. Be blessed. You're awesome. And Caroline, I saw your question. So the plan is when, and you say you don't want to be an agent anymore. Got it. I got to that point too. So the plan is on Mondays, every Monday, I will put a post up that says, what kind of questions do you have? Yay! And then on Tuesdays, oh, I'm sorry, Abby, am I too loud? She woke up, her ears all flopped back. It's so cute. I love that. On Mondays, I put the post up at noon and I say, what kind of questions do you have? And then on Tuesdays, at some time on Tuesdays, I will pop in here. Tuesday is my day to coach. So this morning at 9, we did the Deal Makers Club in First Deal Done Fast. That's why I got my First Deal Done Fast shirt on today, because I was in First Deal Done Fast doing the Deal Makers Club. So everybody in First Deal Done Fast has the opportunity to send me seller lead sheets, and I will make 3 offers on their deal for them. And we record it. We leave it up in First Deal Done Fast so that you can see it forever and ever. We've got like probably 20 Deal Makers Clubs now because we've had First Deal Done Fast for about 2 years. So there's one a month that goes up in the group. And you can watch those. They're in the video vault when you get into the modules, or they're just in Facebook because I just go live in Facebook and make 3 offers. And lately I have been also pretend filling out the one-pager contract. So whoever sends me a seller lead sheet, I've been helping them craft 3 offers, 3 totally different, complete offers. And I've been practice filling out their one-pager for them so they know exactly what to say and how I negotiate on the fly. Like a lady. Yeah. That's also going to be the theme of She Buys It Live this year, is negotiating like a lady. Because she goes to inspect a field and she buys it. With her earnings, she plants a vineyard. All right, y'all get that generational wealth. Real generational wealth. You can do this. I'm here to help you. So that's the plan. Ask the questions on Mondays, and then I'll answer them on Tuesdays, and it'll happen pretty much every week for the rest of the year. I think there's 4 weeks we counted earlier where I'm not going to do the Q&A, but it's because either I'm with the Mastermind Girls at Vacation Rental Riches in Seattle this September, or because 118 of y'all are on your way to Knoxville and I'm running around town like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get set up, and I won't be doing Q&A that week, which is the first week of November, 6th through the 9th. And you can go get your tickets, shebuysit.live.com. The first 50 people that get a ticket to She Buys It Live will get to take our bus tour, our honey hole bus tour. So it's nice for me to say, go find your honey hole, right? But at She Buys It Live, I'm actually going to load you up on a bus, a nice coach bus, and we're going to go see my honey hole. So you can actually feel it, because it's fine to, do all the stuff in the classroom, but there's nothing like putting into real applications, right? And we may even go see a couple of my houses, like go inside a couple of my houses. Last year, we went inside the house that I turned into the Airbnb on Burns Road. And I already had it decorated and everything was awesome. So everybody got to see, they saw the video of what it looked like beforehand, but it's pretty easy to imagine what an empty house looks like and smells like. But they walked in and saw all my furnishings, all my sheets, all my pillows, all my stuff after I did it. All right. And there's nothing online that can replace being live and in person with 118 other real estate investors from all over the country. Literally, I put up a post this morning in the group. Rachel came from Colorado. Carla came from California. Janine's coming this year from California. Sheila came from Washington State. Jeanette came from New York. Maria's coming from Florida. We got women from Texas coming. We got women from Ohio coming. We're going to have women from all over the country. And last year we had 46 women there. So we didn't quite have enough people to say that we had somebody from every state because mathematically that just wouldn't work. But this year we're going to have 118 women at She Buys It Live, November 6th through the 9th. And so there's a good chance that we could have somebody from every single state, including Hawaii and Alaska. I actually have 2 girls in First Little and Fast from Hawaii. I don't have anybody from Alaska, not yet, but one day. Shelly, awesome. I would love for you to come join us. It's not like any real estate conference you've ever been to. It is very warm and open and friendly, except it's cold inside the building. So it's warm, friendly-wise, but it's not actually warm inside. Bring a jacket. But go to shebuysit.live.com and get your ticket. One lady signed up this morning. I did a little, big announcement last night while Mom and I were getting pedicures, and I had my glove on from the collagen stuff that they're doing with me now when I get my manicures. Look how pretty they are. I'm all glittery, so shiny. I did a little live last night, though, to say, yay, we're ready to get started for She Buys It Live. Woo! And this morning I woke up and somebody got their ticket. Yay! So we have sold 8 tickets. And I will tell you that when you get your ticket to She Buys It Live, we're also, you don't just wait until November before we give you anything good. That'd be crazy, right? No way. When you get your ticket to She Buys It Live, we've recorded all the lessons, all the activities, all of everything for the last 2 years. And you're going to get, oh, sorry, that kind of hurt me worse than it hurt you. You're going to get those recordings from 2017 and 2018, and it'll be in your login, it'll be in your modules, the same place that you log in to go to First Deal Done Fast or Apartment Blitz or Private Money Profits or Vacation Rental Riches, like wherever it is that you're logging in to see the stuff. Or if you're brand new, when you get a ticket to She Buys It Live, we're going to give you a login, and there's 2 years worth of this conference that you're going to be able to catch up on. And every year is totally different. It's way better every single year, and this year is going to be no different. It's going to be amazing. I'm super excited about it. Last year, we didn't even start selling tickets or announcing it or even talking about it until August. This year, it's June. We've already sold 8 tickets plus about 10 in the mastermind. That's 18. And I'm expecting 199 more to sign up before the 1st of October. Maybe by the end of July. If so, I don't know what we'll do, but we'll make it happen, okay? So you want to be one of the first 50, though, so that you can get a seat on the bus. And it's the 1st of June. You should be able to get a ticket now and tell your boss that you need the first week in November off now, and they won't be able to give you any word about it because, I mean, come on, who's planning something in November right now? I am. So you can be. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Go ahead. Go to shebuysit.live.com and get your seat. get your ticket, get your VIP ticket so that you can be in on everything. Because as people start signing up, it won't take long before 50 people have their tickets, and then we're going to start a wait list for who wants to go on the Honey Hole bus tour. So I'm going to put the link in again, shebuysitlive.com. Y'all go get your ticket. All the information is there. We also have a reduced room rate, and we will send you the coupon code or the link or whatever to use on that. So go to shebuysitlive.com. It's November 6th through the 9th, and I can't wait to see you. Yay! And you can go ahead and get started. There's tons of videos and education and things for you to get signed up now so that you can get a couple deals done before you get to live this year. Yay! All right, well, that's all for me for this week. I will be back next week on Tuesday. If y'all have any other questions, just post it up in the group. But if you want me to answer your questions, for sure, put it on that Monday post, and I will answer it on Tuesday. Yay! Also, while we're talking about live, anybody that joins First Deal Done Fast between now and I think September 15th was the day that we decided, which is a Sunday. Anybody that joins First Deal Done Fast, you're going to get a free ticket to live. Okay, so you can join First Deal Done Fast, and as long as you're in before September 15th, you'll get a free ticket to live. But I can't promise you'll be one of the first 50 if you're waiting until September to join to be able to take the bus tour. All right, and the bus tour is a totally great, amazing optional bonus, but it's one that you want to go ahead and grab. So go ahead and go get your ticket to live so that you will know you get everything that we're offering. Okay? All right, girls, y'all get out there, get those deals done. Yay! I'll see you later.